back. This is the pass to Jackson here. TCU's Ron Giles throws touchdown passes in the first half to Cedric Dickens, another one to Daryl Johnson. They were down 14-13 at the half, but they hang on to win it. 19-17, TCU the final. And SMU might not like moral victories, but the way they played Texas yesterday is amazing. Or maybe the way Texas played SMU is amazing. This is Mike Romo to Jason.
17. A big win indeed for Coach Wacker and his crew.
I'm just so happy for him because, boy, you talk about kids that have faced adversity and heartache and all kinds of problems, and they keep hanging in there. This is a great, great win for the Horned Frogs.
Like Coach said, you need to get used to this feeling. This is how we used to play every week, you know. Just get rid of summer turnovers and just come out and play better every week.
In the high school ranks, our high school...
The Technology Store, America's leader in consumer electronics. Blackman Moorings to Mac, carpet, furniture, drapery, and air duct cleaning. Delta Airlines. Delta, we love to fly, and it shows. Dr. Pepper Bottling Company of Texas. Dr. Pepper and TCU, just what the doctor ordered. Jack Williams Auto Mall, Highway 80 at Loop 820 and West Fort Worth. Ashworth Insurance, for your peace of mind, we're always there. TCU would also like to thank the following sponsors for their support. Max Eubank Roofing, Bruce Alford, Union Pacific Resources, Curtis Nooner, and Southwest Land Title.
And that is the end of the game with a final score, TCU 19, Southern Mississippi 17.
Unbelievable. Boy, it's been a long time since we were able to use that word. That was an unbelievable win. Boy, the kids played hard. And there were a lot of big plays, and they played with a lot of emotion. That's what you got to do when you're going to win, when you have to win. And, boy, we had to win a football game. When you talk about big plays, I'll tell you what, Ed Galavese and Daryl Davis, I really believe they came up with the biggest play of the ball game.
But here's a 3rd and 10, and here comes the blitz. Galavese nails him 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and Daryl Davis picks it up and ambles down to the 7-yard line.
It was just a gift from God. I don't know what happened. It's just somebody hit him, and all of a sudden the ball just hit the ground. I said, wait a minute. My hand just went bloop, and I said, there it is. I would have took it in, but you know how it is. You know, I have to get offense and get this some credibility. I didn't want to take all the credit, you know.
Run, Daryl, run! How in the world did you ever let that guy catch you? Boy, that was a big play. But you know what? After a big play like that on defense, the offense has to come in and make it happen. And boy, did they ever do that. They went in and got the winning touchdown.
It's 1st and goal at the 9, and Giles, quarterback draw to the 5, the 3-yard line, maybe down to the 2, goes Ron Giles, and TCU's senior quarterback fooled everybody that time. Only one man brought him down. Double tight ends in the wishbone backfield. Palmer, Dickens, Jackson all back there, and Giles looking at a possible touchdown. Hands it to Palmer. Palmer dives. Palmer scores. Touchdown, TCU.
But it was a night for big plays for the Horned Frogs. You take a look, 2 minutes to go on the clock. Hey, our backs are up against the wall. They're down there in scoring territory, inside our 10-yard line. We got to have somebody make it happen. And number 41, Jason Cobble. Whew, did he make it happen.
3rd down and goal from the 6, they mark it. And here's another big play. Favre rolling out, looking for Rowell. Under pressure, throws it to Wardsley. He catches it at the 6, but is hit immediately. Great open field tackle by Jason Cobble, who cut his feet out from under him, and he gets nothing, and now it's 4th down. We said we wanted balance with this offense, didn't we? Well, you know what? You take a look, and we had 188 yards rushing and 187 yards passing. I told Coach Griffith, our fine offensive coordinator, Ben, hey, you got to do something. You got to get at least 1 more yard passing and balance that up a little bit better. But, hey, the good news is that some freshmen come to play. But everybody played. The offensive line, boy, at times they just dominated the line of scrimmage. And you take a look at Steve Shipley and Stu Dickens and Daryl Johnson and Michael Jackson, hey, Mike Nowak. Those are all freshman receivers. Boy, did those guys play.
And he is the lone setback on first down, and he gets the ball. He'll get more. He'll get 10 more as he goes from the 20 straight up the middle to the 30-yard line. And Tommy Palmer showing the running style as he gets the first down that brought him here 5 years ago from Gilmer. First and 10 at the 30. Near midfield, or near the middle of the field, they run the option and pitch it to Palmer again, and he gets 15 more. Tommy Palmer running left, and it took Keith Loescher to bring him down out there. 11 for 71 in the game. 2 receivers right on first down. They fake the draw, and Giles rolls right. Giles on the run, throws it to Holmes. He had it for a moment. Did he bring it down?
Yes.
At the 42-yard line, Holmes bobbled and caught the football after a 13-yard gain. First and 10 at the 43. Here's Palmer running right. 5, 6, maybe 7 more as he's driven out of bounds at the 35-yard line. They have 2 receivers split wide right. That's the short side of the field. Giles, quick pop pass, first down. He has, maybe, is that Mike Nowak down there? Check that. That is Michael Jackson, another Mike, for a gain of about 8. First down at the 25-yard line. They line up Holmes left. Shipley and Jackson lined up right. Palmer the setback. Palmer at left tackle. Breaks a tackle inside the 20, near the 19-yard line. And here's Giles with the receivers split all over the field. He pitches to Palmer, breaks the tackle at the line of scrimmage, and spins to the 15. May have the first down for the Frogs. 7-7 the score, 4:24 to go in the second period here at Amon Carter. Second down and about 15 from the 20-yard line. Southern Mississippi faking the blitz here. They'll bring a linebacker and a cornerback. Giles throwing for the end zone. Johnson over his shoulder. Touchdown, TCU.
Really big defensive plays. But I'll tell you what, there were a lot of big defensive plays Saturday night. Let's take a look at them, and you pick the ones you like the best.
Now they run out of the I formation against TCU's defense. Frogs rushing 4. Favre rolls out. Now he's in trouble. He slipped down at the 32-yard line. Rolling right, he saw Darrell Davis coming one way, Rosie Collins coming from the other, and they'll get credit for a sack and an 8-yard loss back to the 32. Here is a second down and 16, so they call it a loss of 6 from the 32. Favre to throw. Favre, plenty of time, has it knocked away by Cauble at the 42. Cauble almost had the interception. It was intended for Eddie Ray Jackson, but Cauble was there, and he tipped it up and couldn't quite come down with it. And here's TCU's Philip Keeler kicking off. Smith 2 yards deep, hesitates, and now runs it out. At the 10, 12-yard line, he is knocked down there. Great coverage downfield. Anthony Hickman gets up off the bottom, and there is a TCU break. It's first and 10 at the 12-yard line, and TCU has some confidence now. We're knotted at 7, 35 seconds to go in the first quarter, and they run the play out of the tailback slot, and Ricky Bradley is knocked down hard by John Marsh and others. Maybe a yard. Well, here's his first and 10 from the 23-yard line. Brett Favre, 5 of 7, but hasn't hit the home run yet. He fakes twice and now is looking for the short pass over the middle and just throws it away. Nobody there. Nobody home. The closest guy was a Southern Miss lineman or Steve Connolly. Here is a second down and about 5 from the 45-yard line. They run it right tackle but get nothing. John Marsh was waiting for Eddie Ray Jackson, and the big guy from Santa Fe, Texas, is the first guy there along with Ivory Christian, and TCU stops him for absolutely no gain. The ball in the middle of the field and only 3 down linemen. Now they play a 3-4. They send 3 rushers, give Favre all day long to throw. Flag down, complete, and then hit hard was Eugene Rowell. Blasted down there by TCU's LaVoyle Crump, who separated receiver from ball. Let's call it second down in a long 3 from the Frog 22-yard line. Far hash mark. Favre hands off to Jackson, hit in the backfield by Roosevelt Collins and others. And TCU stacks him up for no gain.
Southern Mississippi really is a good football team. Boy, that quarterback of theirs, Brett Favre. Oh, he about drove us crazy. Not only throwing the ball, but his scrambling. Boy, he was tough to get down. But, hey, relentless pressure all night long. And was that ever encouraging to see the players play that hard for that long? I'll tell you something else. Our defensive staff, Coach Dove, our fine defensive coordinator, and all those coaches, boy, they've made some great adjustments at halftime. In the second half, we shut that offense down. We held them to a total of 100 yards offense in 40 plays. Now, that's less than 3 yards per play. That wins football games. And I'm awful proud of all those guys, and they did it, hey, without 3 of our very finest players. Buddy Wyatt, Fred Washington, 2 defensive tackles, both seniors, both great players, and, of course, a fine middle linebacker, Brad Smith. Those young guys came in, and they did a job. Thank goodness.
And the junior for Southern Mississippi, he has an I formation behind him. And a pitch back. Ricky Bradley hit by Darrell Davis at the 11-yard line. And boy, was he tattooed by the senior from Midland, who was the AP Player of the Week 2 weeks ago. On 2nd and 7, Favre, short drop. Davis, after him, Davis brings him down, and the ball is loose, but recovered by Favre after a sack by Darrell Davis, who had 3 sacks in the opener at Missouri, and now he has a fumble recovery and a sack tonight. Power I look this time for Southern Mississippi. On 2nd down, Bradley at the end zone, and he stopped short. Great surge by the TCU defense. LaVoya Crump, Roosevelt Collins, and Robert McWright stop him short of the end zone. So now the going gets tough. They still have the power I lined up right. 3rd down and goal from the 2-yard line. 9 mid up on the line of scrimmage for TCU. Favre, bootleg, in trouble. Darrell Davis misses. Favre throws, intercepted 5 yards deep in the end zone by TCU. LaVoya Crump got it, and the Horned Frogs hold. Big play in this football game. TCU playing a 3-4. Here's Jordy Reynolds on the blitz. He misses, and they throw it incomplete. Ball in the middle of the field. Now TCU lines up with 4 down linemen again, 4 defensive backs. Favre has 1 setback and plenty of time to throw. Gets rid of it. Over the middle. Nice play by McWright. Breaks the ball up. Alfred Williams, the intended receiver, at the 40-yard line. No flag down. And Robert McWright does a great job of batting that football away in the air. Here's Favre. He's too good to just let him have this opportunity every time. He throws it. Cobble almost intercepted at the 26. Rolling left. Cobble tipped it up and almost got it. Here is a 2nd down, and Eddie Ray Jackson drugged down at the line of scrimmage by John Marsh. And we have 8:33 to go in the 4th. 1st and 10 at the 49. Favre hit as he throws. Downfield, tipped at the last minute by the TCU defender, LaVoya Crump. Coverage on Eddie Ray Jackson, and LaVoya Crump makes a great tip downfield. 2nd down, they call it 6 from the 15-yard line. Favre handoff to Bradley, hit in the backfield. Great play by Darrell Davis. Drove him back to the 19-yard line. Jason Cobble also in on that tackle. Big play by the defense. TCU comes out of that huddle with a 4-3 look and an extra defensive back. 4-2 and an extra defensive back as they pitch it to Ricky Bradley, and he's hit at the 7 by John Marsh, who's playing a heck of a game. Stops him short of the line of scrimmage. May have lost a yard, and he and Darrell Davis are exchanging head slaps down there following that play. It'll be 3rd down and 5. 3rd down and goal from the 6. They mark it. And here's another big play. Favre rolling out, looking for Rowell. Under pressure, throws it to Warnsley. He catches it at the 6, but is hit immediately. Great open field tackle by Jason Cobble, who cut his feet out from under him, and he gets nothing. And now it's 4th down.
Okay.
Davis, who's a defensive end, he ends up having to play defensive tackle half the night because of all the injuries. Boy, he's chasing that quarterback all over the field. And what about some of the other ones, huh? LaVoya Crump, Robert McWright, great plays back there in the secondary. A big interception by LaVoya. And, you know, you can go right on down a couple of the freshmen. Ivory Christian, boy, he played well. Keith Wagner, those guys are freshmen. And yet, hey, they, again, play after play, they dominated. But, hey, what about offense? There were 2 guys in offense now. Ron Giles and Tommy Palmer They had two of their best nights ever. Tommy, 120 yards rushing, coming off that knee surgery, that knee injury. Oh, was I ever proud of him. And Ron Giles, 14 for 21, almost 200 yards passing, 49 yards rushing. Hey, they made a lot of excitement Saturday night against Southern Mississippi.
Tommy Palmer making his first start of the season as the running back, and he gets the ball at left tackle for 6 yards. On first down from the 32, Giles, quick drop and a great catch by Kelly Blackwell at the 42-yard line, diving near the hash mark, one-handed as he flies through the air, and TCU has a nice gain. Giles surveying this 3-4 alignment look here by Southern Mississippi. He puts Palmer in a slot left and shifts Jackson out. Short drop and throws to Jackson at midfield. Caught, first down and 3 more down to the Southern Mississippi 43-yard line. Jackson lined up and make that Johnson lined up slot left. Draw play, Tommy Palmer, running room, finally dragged down after a gain of about 11 at the 42-yard line. 3 down linemen for Southern Miss on third down and about 5 from the 40-yard line. Draw play, Palmer, first down and more out to the midfield stripe and into Southern Miss territory at the 49. Gain of about 9, maybe 10 yards for Tommy Palmer. First and 10 at the Eagles' 33-yard line. Fake to Motkins. Giles over the middle, wide open. Touchdown, Cedric Dickens from 33 yards out. Ron Giles hit him on the run that time with a perfect pass, and there was nobody within 8 yards in any direction. And Cedric Dickens, the freshman from Quanah, has his first college touchdown. One setback, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Giles, 5-step drop, under pressure, over the middle. Blackwell, nice over-the-shoulder catch and a first down. From the 43 of TCU down to the 38 of Southern Mississippi. A gain of about 19 yards for Kelly Blackwell, and Giles is now 4 for 4. Here is a first down and about 20 from their own 42 following the clip. But a short drop and a completion to Jackson down the near sideline. Got the 15 back. It was first down and 25 instead of first and 20. First and 25, and Jackson gets most of that 15 back on one play. Yeah, and here's Giles on first down. Draw play, Tommy Palmer, a lot of running room. He'll go over 100 yards, and he gets it out to the 30, 35, 36-yard line with 15 seconds to go. TCU has it at their own 37. They still have a timeout to play with, and Giles will now throw the football. He has time, has his man. This is Stephen Shipley at midfield with 9 seconds to go, and they'll call the timeout. Here's a second down and 12. Giles out of the pocket, running out to the 35, 40, has the first down, 45, cuts back, has it in midfield, and TCU's quarterback gets a gain of nearly 21 yards and a first down. TCU leads by 5. We're into the fourth quarter here, and Giles to throw. Giles, short drop, completed on the run, over the middle. Michael Jackson has the first down at the 38-yard line. TCU lines up a man about 7 yards behind Ron Giles. Curtis Motkins sort of playing a safety valve here, it would appear. Giles with a long count. Now he fakes the draw. Now he rolls out. He has running room at the 40, the 45, very close to a first down that may win the football game for TCU. Naked bootleg for Ron Giles. No blocking in front of him. It was strictly the sleight of hand, and it may have worked.
This week at Amon Carter Stadium, it's going to be the SMU Mustangs. Boy, I got to watch them for a while Saturday in the first half against the University of Texas, and they gave them all they wanted for as long as they could there. We're going to have a challenge. But hey, a couple of things have to happen if this young football team of ours is going to keep getting better, keep improving. My number one concern, hey, turnovers and mistakes. We have to start eliminating those crazy turnovers. Saturday night again, we had 6, and you're not going to win very many football games with 6 turnovers. We've got to hang on to football. We've got to cut down on interceptions thrown into a crowd, that type of thing. Now, we take care of that area, and the other area is very simply, we got to heal up. We've got to get some of those great players like Tony Dothard and Cedric Jackson and Fred Washington, Buddy Wyatt, Brad Smith. We got to get some of them back in the lineup. And as we get healthier now, going into this last 2/3, 3/4 of the season, hey, as they get healthier, as our execution improves, then that's when the Horned Frogs have a chance to really be a good football team. This week, it's SMU. You be there. It should be a great ball game. We'll see you this Saturday at Amon Carter Stadium. Don't forget, on Saturday is that special treat for the youngsters. The triple shoot, run, pass, and kick competition. Should really be fun.
Remember this feeling. Yeah. You remember this feeling. Oh, yeah. You remember this feeling. You think how hard we've worked and everything we've had to go through. You remember this feeling. You remember how dang fun it is. Yeah! We ain't begun to fight, baby. Hey, I mean, I could not be prouder of every dang one. Scout teamers, offense, defense, specialty teams, coaches, trainers, managers, all of us. All of us. Every guy.